What's going on, boys? I got the college football $100 into over $1,200 four-man parlay for you guys for the bowl games on Saturday. Of course, before we do that, though, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. Dropping that like and subscribe takes you guys like 2 seconds, and it helps me out a whole lot. I put a lot of time into these videos for you guys, so again, if you could please just drop a like and subscribe before we get into the picks, I'd really appreciate it. I did want to talk to you guys about chalkboard, parlay, play, and sleeper really quickly, though. 100% deposit match up to $100 on all 3 of these apps when you sign up with code SBL. Of course, that's not the only thing you guys get. On Chalkboard, you guys, again, get that deposit match, but you guys also get one exclusive free pick as well as this. This is their promo page. They have about 10 to 12 promos, whether it's slash lines, boosted payouts, whatever. 10 to 12 promos for every single sport, every single day. There's a ton of things to choose from, so that is absolutely amazing. And then on Parlay Play, again, deposit match up to $100, but you guys also get a $5 free game at signup. Now, that $5 free game does not require a deposit whatsoever. You get that no matter what you deposit into the app on your first deposit. So I really, really like that. And then you guys also get this. This is how they do their payouts over on Parlay Play. Anything over a 2-man, which of course today's video is a 4-man, so I will show you the payout over on Prizepicks or Parlay Play before I hop over to Prizepicks. But anything over a 2-man is a percentage boost. So 3-man 5%, 4-man 10%. Very, very straightforward, very simple. But those payouts over on Parlay Play can stack up very, very quickly. So amazing payouts there. And then on Sleeper, which is the last one, again, deposit match up to $100, but you guys also get a free $20 entry. Again, no deposit required for that one either. So basically, same exact deal as Parlay Play, but it's a $20 entry instead of $5. That is a very, very good deal. And they also have this going on right now. This is a free pick for LeBron James. This is valid until the Lakers game on the 28th. So this is only for new users. So if you guys are going to hop on Sleeper, I would really recommend do it soon. Do it before the Lakers game on the 28th so you guys can lock this pick in. Obviously, it's a free pick. Normal payout. Absolutely love that. But with that being said, I am going to hop over to Prizepicks and get into, or just talk about, or I should say, hop over to Parlay Play and talk about the payout really quick. So you guys did get a little sneak peek there, but I will be talking about the picks on Prizepicks. But the payout on Parlay Play is $200 more than it will be on Prizepicks. So this one's a 12x. Prizepicks is going to be a 10x, as it always is for 4-mans. So I really, really like the payouts on Parlay Play. The lines are the exact same. And, of course, you guys get $200 extra for throwing it on a different app. I really, really like that. Again, those percentage boosts can stack up very quickly. But with all that out of the way, we can finally get over to Prizepicks and talk about some of these games. Some good games, obviously some not very good games, but we got a lot of things to be excited about. Obviously, first one's going to be we're going to the Clemson versus Penn State game. This is the disappointment bowl in my mind. Both these teams were thought of as like absolute playoff contenders this season. They both absolutely crapped the bed and did horrible. So this one should be a little entertaining, I suppose. But first pick is going to be TJ Moore. We're taking him over 65.5 receiving yards. Antonio Williams is out with a shoulder injury. Wesco's been out for a couple weeks now, so we got TJ Moore as pretty much the only viable receiver that Clemson has. Now, will they have to throw the ball a lot? I don't know. That's a very valid question. But when they do, I feel like it's going to be a lot of screens, a lot of short stuff to TJ Moore because, again, he's the only viable receiver they've got playing in this game. Obviously, typically for bowl games, there's a bunch of guys sitting out for maybe they're transferring, going to the NFL draft, whatever. That's actually not the case with Clemson. These guys are just hurt. They can't play even if they wanted to. So 65.5 receiving yards for TJ Moore against Penn State. I think that one's just very, very easy. Obviously, Penn State's secondary is not great, especially against wide receiver ones. So I really, really like 65.5 yards for TJ Moore. I think that one's going to be super, super easy for us. And then sticking with that same game, we're going to be going with Trebor Pena. We're taking him over 3.5 receiving or receptions. I really like this number for him as well. He was great on Syracuse last year. Penn State just hasn't really used him a lot this year, especially with how bad they've been and how much they've had to throw the ball. I'd expect him to get a little bit more use, but he's been catching his stride in the last 4 weeks. He's been doing really, really well. Obviously, since that Indiana game, he put on honestly, a very, very good game against a very good team. So been getting a lot of more looks since then. So I really, really like 3.5 receptions for him. Obviously, if you guys go look at the games that Clemson has played, they have not allowed 4 receptions to exactly one wide receiver one, and that was Eric Rivers from Georgia Tech. So all their other, I want to say it's like 10 games that they've played, the wide receiver one has always gotten at least 4 receptions. There's multiple games where multiple guys, I'm talking like 3 or 4 guys, have gotten 4 receptions in the same game. They allow a ton of receptions. So I think that 4 for Penn State's wide receiver one should be extremely easy for him to get. especially when I honestly think that Clemson's the better team in this matchup. I just do. They got a ton of guys defensively that are sitting out due to the draft, due to transfers and whatnot. But I think that they are the better team. So I think that Penn State is going to have to throw. So I really, really like that play a lot. And then hopping over to the ECU Pitt game, I know this one's a little bit odd. Obviously, Pitt's going to smoke the hell out of ECU, but this is why I really like this pick. We're taking Parker Jenkins under 31 and a half rushing yards. He's their RB2. Pretty clear. I mean, this one's just super, super easy. He's only hit this 3 times against horrible, horrible teams. Obviously, one right here is going to be Temple. He hit this against, I want to say it was Coastal Carolina, and then another team that I can't even remember what it was. But he's only hit this 3 times against horrible teams. Now he's going up against a Pitt team who has the sixth best ranked rushing defense in the nation. That's just going to be a very, very tough matchup for them, especially when Pitt should be killing them offensively. Pitt should be putting up a ton of points in this game. There's absolutely no reason ECU should even be running the ball, let alone to their backup running back. So I think that under 31 and a half should be very, very easy. Again, really the only way he can hit this is ripping off like a 40-yarder. But he has not done that pretty much the entire season. I mean, he's played Charlotte, UTSA, FAU. He's done absolutely nothing against these teams. So under 31 and a half for Parker Jenkins against Pitt should be very, very easy for us to get to. And then our fourth and final pick is going to be Haynes King. We're taking him over 222 and a half passing yards against BYU. BYU doesn't have a bad passing defense. They don't have a great passing defense. Just kind of right there in the middle of the pack. I really like this pick though. All of the teams that are like pretty comparable to Georgia Tech and how often they score, how good they are at scoring, have pretty much thrown for a ton of yards against this BYU team. So I think that this one's going to be pretty close. This one's going to be one of those games where Haynes King's got to throw a ton. So I really, really like this number for him. Obviously, he's been going crazy these last few weeks, 300, 400, 370, 257 against a very good Pitt secondary. I think that this one's going to be a really good matchup for him. Obviously, his only miss is against that very, very strong Georgia defense. So against BYU, he should absolutely be able to hit this number, especially with how honestly good BYU's rushing defense has been this year. I think that pass yards should be pretty easy to come by for Georgia Tech. 223 is all he's got to get to. I think that he can absolutely do that. Haynes King has been absolutely phenomenal this season, so I think that he will easily be able to get to that number. But those are the 4 picks I've got for you guys. If I punch in $100 right here, obviously that turns into $1,000 as I was talking about earlier. If I pop over to Parlay Play, I'll show you guys these lines are the exact same. 222 for King, 65 for TJ Moore, 31 for Parker Jenkins, and 3.5 receptions for Trebor Pena. Same exact lines, guys. I'm not even kidding you about this. Same lines. You guys are making $200 more. I don't even know why this is like legal. This is ridiculous, but Prizepicks absolutely screwing you guys. Parlay Play is giving you guys the money that you deserve to make off of these bets. Obviously, betting is never a guaranteed thing, so you guys should be making a lot of money for a riskier bet. So I really, really like the fact that Parlay Play is giving you guys the payouts that you deserve. Again, Prizepicks absolutely screwing you, but with these 4 picks, I think we can absolutely make a ton of money tomorrow. I think we can make exactly $1,100 tomorrow. So that one's really good. Obviously, if you guys do want those NFL picks, I already posted a video about that yesterday. So if you guys are looking for NFL picks, it's going to be in yesterday's video. It's already on my channel. Just go find that really quick. But as far as college goes, this is what I got for you guys. But that's really all I've got for you guys today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.